Yo, yo, yo.
Yo,
Say,
Welcome back. Welcome back, everybody. It's another night of Oil and Bars football talk. We're happy to be back in the building to share some football news and notes with you guys. Of course, we got everybody in the building tonight. We got C Money representing the San Francisco 49ers. We got Jizzle representing the Philadelphia Eagles. And I'm Frida representing the Carolina Panthers. Uh, we're streaming live off of our YouTube page, Facebook page, and constant updates on our Twitter page. So, like I've always been saying, please like and subscribe our page to get all the up to date news and notes. Today's show, we're gonna talk about the Eagles game last night. We're gonna give our three questions, three answers segment. We'll do our last words from all of us for week 3, and then do our uh we'll do our game balls and trash bags, and then the final score for the pick. So a lot on hand tonight. But like I said, we're gonna start it off with the Monday night football game, which was the Philadelphia Eagles and Tampa Bay Buccaneers. The Eagles came out victorious. I think it was 25-11. Not too sure. 25-11. Jizzle, what you got to say?
from how the game went, the score didn't really predict how the game should have been, how the game was. I think the Eagles dominated that game from start to finish pretty much. Just couldn't catch out in the red zone. I think they were 1 for 4 in the red zone. Not acceptable. Should have done better. Um, Offense came out looking good in the first drive. They were mixing and matching certain plays, mixing and matching the run game and the passing game. They weren't too predictable. They were coming up with the right plays, coming up with the blitz beaters and the coverage beaters and stuff like that. I think when they got down into the red zone is where Brad Johnson, like, he got back to his old ways from the past 2 games in not knowing what to call and not knowing how to get an offense going and get into the in the end zone, and which is running the football. That's a staple. That's a staple of your team right now, running the football. So he kind of went away from that a little bit. Defense played great, was awesome. I mean, coming to this season, I was thinking that being at the defense would last so many players, the offense would have to hold the defense and bring them along. But it's a different case right now. The defense is what's holding the offense and bringing them along. Even though the defense got a whole bunch of new players playing right now, this is the same old offense we had last year. One of the difference is that we have a new offensive coordinator who's still probably trying to get his feet wet, being a play caller. But the running game is still dominant again. Those boys up front are still dominant. It's hard to stop those dudes. You could easily say the best offensive line in the league. I mean, Swift probably had another 100 to 100 and maybe what? Not 100 because he had 119 yards. So he probably had maybe 80 yards untouched. 80 yards untouched. I could guarantee you that. Because against the Vikings, he had 133 yards untouched. Which means stick with the run game. Stick with the run game. And then after that, let your offense be a staple of the run game. I didn't see no play actions. Hopefully they implement that in the next coming few weeks. I didn't see much. I didn't see any bootlegs. Hopefully they implement that too as well. I only saw one. I saw 2 screens. I saw a running back screen and a blitz, which was successful. I saw a tight end screen, which wasn't successful. That was a nasty tight end screen. Anyway, because it wasn't much blockers over there. Jalen Hurts looked like he's getting his feet wet too as well, being that he didn't play much in the preseason. Only played 2 regular season games. He had two interceptions. Really wasn't much of his fault. Really, I think it was a miscommunication with the interception he had against with he was trying to force the ball to DeAndre Swift. Another interception where he threw the ball downfield and the safety came over, make a great play intercepted the ball and had 2 feet down. But I kind of expected a little bit more, being that you had a whole week to prepare for this game on offense. I thought I would have seen some more play action plays. You kind of see that they got away from the read option because everybody now expected for you to run the read option plays. They got away from that now, and pretty much in this game, Jalen Hurts will a drop back passer. You don't need him to run the read option to run pick up yards in the run game. You gotta have an offensive line, a great running back in DeAndre Swift, who's patient and who can also break tackles and who's also explosive too as well. So that's what you need to do. I would like to see them use Jalen Hurts on the center. A few run games from him on the center, a few pass plays from him on the center, and stuff like that too. So we still got a lot to work. Still got a lot to work. But yeah, yes, we won the game. We should have won the game by at least, if you said 30 something points. The game should have been over by the first half. But when you're 1 for 4 in the red zone, you won't be putting up as much points as you should have. Defense again, defensive line is dominant. Jalen Carter is a beast. Fletcher Cox, those guys, Jordan Davis, unstoppable. The linebackers, who I thought wasn't going to play as good, they're playing great. Bradbury, they moved him into the slot. He played great. You didn't see Chris Godwin have a big game. There was a play from a defensive guy from Sean this day where he had in the safety, two safeties playing deep, but he shows that this guy is where when the ball was snapped, a safety went deep and another safety came underneath, and was just constantly looking at Baker. As soon as Baker threw that ball, that was an interception. That's why I want from my defensive coordinator. Show these guys. Should give them different looks. Don't stay with the same vanilla look. So Sean Desai is the type of defensive coordinator I wanted. So I'm happy for that. But defense is playing great. Cornerbacks are playing good. Josh Jobe, yes, he came in. Got bumped up a few times by Chris Godwin on the outside, but he held his own. Played good for his first time being a starter. Like I said before, Bradbury played good in the slot. Sidney Brown came up with a big play and knocking the ball away from Mike Evans when he wasn't being effective and being aggressive and going for the football. That was a good play too, a touchdown saving play. So defense is playing good. These young fellas are really playing good football. So I mean, defense is gonna be okay. Is the offense what I'm looking at, and I expect that they'll probably go back to the drawing board and probably implement certain things. Um, like Shree said before, it's a good football team. When the passing game is working, you can rely on a run game.
Yeah.
It can be sometimes where you're gonna have to rely on a passing game. It can be times when you're gonna have to implement certain things into the passing game. So hopefully, by the time when we get down to the meat of the schedule, the offense will be clicking, and we will have a good game plan for some of those teams that we're going against. But all in all, good game. I'll give the defense a plus. They played phenomenal. I'll give the offense a B plus.
All right. Seeing I know you watch the game. You got anything to say?
Like what KG saying, they were good. I think defense held their own again. Outstanding plays I saw, like Blankenship and those young guys out there. Um, what his name is a beast. Jalen Carter is a beast. He comes up where he is. He can develop. That interior line is probably the best interior line in the NFL right now. And defensively, they shut down a team that was looking to be hot in Tampa Bay after the first couple games of the season. And kind of held them to 11 points, really. That's decent. Your offense still questionable to me. I still think you still ain't clicking on all cylinders yet. You take it too long to find the run game. Swift, like you mentioned the stats on Swift. That's 2 games now over 100 yards, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it take you to like the third quarter for Swift for them to realize that Swift could run the ball. And I watched Swift run in the third quarter, and Swift is hitting the holes like he gets shot out of cannon, and this is wide open spaces down the line. And me and kids, you watching the game, and we like they need to realize that physical need to realize that you run the ball, you can open up the pass game.
Set up the pass, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You run the ball, make the defense has to step up, stop the run. If they don't step up, then Swift could kill them all night long. You know, take something out of the Shanahan book. We kill you up front with a run until you stop the run, or even try to stop the run, and then we go over the middle on you real fast. You're not go deep; you go right over the middle. You have the skill position players in Smith, in Brown, in Goddard. You know what I'm saying? Watkins didn't play, but the fellow who played last night played well too.
Yeah, Zacchaeus.
It was Zacchaeus, right? So I mean, you have those players that can step in and be those positional key guys to take the top off. But still taking too long to establish a run game. And I don't know if the game plan every week is to go in, pass, and then later in the game, the third quarter, run. And I don't think that's gonna work all the time. Whether gonna be an issue, certain teams you play gonna be an issue. I gonna have to start looking at your percentages, passes versus rushes, and see if you run a balanced game, if you're pass heavy, if you're
E5. It's like 30 rushes, 30 passes.
Okay, but it come late. The rushes come late. And I don't know if the game wasn't in hand where I say, okay, you're just dominating now, you're running clock with a run. I don't think it was that much in hand. Yeah, you control most of the game, but again, good teams gonna find a way to win. Y'all keep finding a way to win when y'all ain't really playing at 100%. I think, but I still really on the offense. Hurts, to me, he had an okay game. Two picks, 1 touchdown, I think it was. And then Swift had a great game. Late again, but the defenses were really stand out and really keeping. I think Philly defense is really putting them in positions to just stay afloat until they figure out their offense, and then they're gonna start clicking them out cylinders.
All right. I mean, I keep saying it is. I think they're trying stuff because they're not a run game so easy to do. They're still just fiddling around with stuff because if the game actually close, you just run the ball and the Eagles pull it up. I think it's like one person said today, the Eagles offense so boring that they could just bore you to death and still beat you because it's gonna be long drives. If them decide to just run every play, it's gonna be long drives and just bore you to death. That's how the Eagles offense is. Yet at the end of the day, they actually playing Jalen Hurts and them different this year.
Mm-hmm.
They're playing the defense is playing them different. They ain't playing them how they used to play them last year. So with saying that, of course, it's gonna be different in terms of how things are. So what you gotta look at is how if they're adjusting to us, we gotta adjust to them. So the trick about it is that I think Sirianni and Brian Johnson still trying to figure out some stuff passing wise, but they still know that they could rely on the run. When it gets the game going later in the game, then just weigh you down to the run. I think the starting of the game, they're just looking at stuff and still trying to think. And them Buccaneers, yeah, they're 2-0, but the Buccaneers is the Buccaneers. I ain't going there and say that. It's Baker Mayfield we're talking about. Baker Mayfield is the reason he third or fourth team in as many years. Yeah, he ain't gonna go. Yeah, they 2-0, but don't believe the hype and say that Baker Mayfield shredding everybody. It ain't like that. But I think they so know that the run game so powerful. They're still trying to figure out Brian Johnson because he move everything. He make it. He still got things from last year, which is the thing about it. He changed it to like a full Brian Johnson offense. because it worked last year. I wasn't changed it either. I was just wrinkle in some stuff. So I think with Brian Johnson, he just trying to incorporate a few things from his point of view, but they're still rolling with a lot of stuff from last year because it worked for them. It reached them to the Super Bowl. So just having him put in a few things, what he think he can see is what the Eagles doing now. And then it's like I think one of you guys said the Eagles ain't playing the best. No, and they're still 3-0.
Right.
So that tells you a lot about them still trying to figure. I think they're still trying to figure out some stuff offensively through the air. Through the air is different. On the ground, they know what they got. Still through the air, they still know that defense is playing different. I think they're still trying to just figure out some stuff through the air and movement of the players and what we can win on this and that, different techniques, concepts. So still think they look and remember at the end of the day too, they ain't play again, I say
In the
that again,
preseason, yeah.
they didn't play in the preseason. So all these concepts and stuff that they're trying to work out could have been worked out in preseason. Now we gotta try work them out in the regular season in the game. So everybody, yeah, of course, they're gonna look bad sometimes, because these are stuff that you would try in preseason. So at the end of the day, that's the kind of stuff they gotta look at. Brian Johnson is his own guy, and he is gonna try his concepts and stuff. So he still has to keep just make sure you're looking at this from a certain point of view. And at the end of the day, you gotta try it in the game now because preseason gone, training camp gone. So you gotta try it in the game. So I think that's what's happening now. But I think as the season goes on, the offense is gonna tighten up. The offense is gonna tighten up some more. So we just gotta see the. I think most fans just prefer to see it tight from now. But new coordinator, of course, they're gonna be a little rusty. Just ask the Panthers. Everything look rusty right now for them. So
Rusty.
yeah, so of course they're gonna be rusty. So we'll see how it goes as time goes on. All right, so now that that's all covered, we're gonna switch to the 3.3 questions. We'll stay on the Eagles because the Eagles is the team that we're talking about. The question from the Eagles is uh hold on, let me get it up. So the question for the Eagles is what does Brian Johnson need to do to earn the confidence from the fans? Okay, G, you could go first.
I think he needs to be more confident, more disciplined, and more show that he has a more feel for the game when he's calling the plays. Like you could see, like the first scripted plays when it comes from you get a ball, then you get a ball after the kickoff, drive down the field. As soon as you get in the red zone, it styles out. Happened week 1, week 2, and week 3. So it's like he doesn't fully have a feel on what he needs to do when he gets into the red zone. He has a feel for what he needs to do when he has the first 15 scripted plays, drive on the field, bam, get in the red zone, and then after he styles out after that. Thing where he has to show that he has a feel for the game, show some creativity at times, understand your down and distance, understand your personnel. You gotta do a whole lot. You gotta do a whole lot. You don't have to do a whole lot. It's simple. Implement a few things. Play action. We already know the read option is there. That's gonna be in your back pocket. That's not gonna go nowhere. That's staying there. But implement a few things, a few wrinkles. Give teams are giving you different looks. Give other teams different looks too as well. And then after that, the confidence will change. That's all you gotta do. Simple. I guarantee you. If I finish it, I guarantee if they didn't struggle in the red zone this week, I guarantee you, it would have been all praise for Brian Johnson. But the fact that you went 1 for 4 in the red zone is the issue. Because the team played great. From the opponent's backyard to your backyard, the team played great. But as soon as they got the red zone, they struggle. 1 for 4 in the red zone.
Right. Okay. Shane, you got anything you want to answer that question from a different point or the same point?
I think from a different angle. I don't think he don't. I don't really think he need to do anything as long as they keep winning and putting points on the board. I mean, what you score this week? You score 25.
25.
Last week you scored 34. The week before that you score what?
20 something again.
25.
Yeah, 20.
You're damn near averaging 30 points a game. You know, it's like, so he dialing up something.
And then the offense, you know, a lot of them points from the defense. Like the week one, the defense gave you a couple points, including special teams. So it's like the offense is not giving you as much as you know. What I mean, you think the offense is giving. Yes, you get the yardage, but it's like when you get the red zone, it gets styling out.
Yeah, I mean, you know, what kind of that. But I mean, like I said again, the fans, you know, from the fans' point of view, all the fans care about is a win.
No, they don't.
All the fans care about is a win.
Mm-hmm.
How it is,
not
how
Philly
bad
fans.
Them fans only care about the win. When
Philly fans okay to win. Philly fans are smart fans. They care about the win, but they could see what's going on with the team too as well.
But yeah, I mean, like I said, I keep saying, you know, are you winning? As a good team, I keep winning. You know, a good team, I keep winning. I am concerned with your offense because it ain't clicking on our cylinders. The problem is that everybody know what the offense is capable of because the offense ain't really changed that much since last year. The offensive coordinator changed. Yeah, you know, they ain't seen that AJ Brown blowing off the top.
They got defense playing it differently. Defense ain't allowing that deep pass. They're not allowing the read option pass no more. So it's just seeing the adjustments. That's all it is. It's like I think if he makes the adjustments at the right time, makes the reads at the right time, that's when the fans are gonna be more confident in the offensive coordinator.
Long as he winning, he good.
That's all it is.
Keep winning, he good. Can win by 3, he good. As long as he win.
My answer to that question is to gain the fans' confidence, especially in the red zone. Don't abandon the run.
Exactly.
Get a little too pass happy.
Exactly.
In the red zone. Now you got Devontae Smith and AJ, bro. But don't abandon the run. Don't abandon that run because that run is what gonna actually make the red zone offense easier for you. If you drop back and you pass the first 2 times and them incomplete, you ain't running it on third down. So everybody know a pass coming.
Right.
If you pass on first down and you don't get no yards, you run it on second down, you only pick up 4, 5, you're in third and manageable. But don't go first down, second down pass, and then you fail twice, and then you gotta end up automatic pass. Everybody know that your bread and butter is a pass. You use the run, so use the run to set up your pass. Cause, like you say, they in the early stages of the game they had outscored the Buccaneers by huge, but it was only 3. You only had 3 to show for, or 6 3 to show for.
By a large margin.
By a large margin, but that's
to 70 something at one point.
That's because you went a little too pass happy as you get closer to the end zone. The field becomes smaller. Use the run to get your 4, 5 yards. You're on second and manageable. Now you got an option because they don't know if the run coming or they don't know if the pass coming. So you always want to end up on third and manageable so that you give them an awareness. Or you got to mark board because if you get third and 3, you pick up 2 yards and 4th and 1, you're going to go for that 4th down. Mm-hmm. So I think for him to win the fans is the balance of the game, but understanding what your strength of the offense is, especially in the red zone. Don't go away from it because he ain't got no defense right now. They're gonna really say that they can limit the Eagles' run game. When the red zone comes, rely on that. As KG say, you use it for play action, you use it for bootlegs and them kind of stuff. Of course, Boston's gonna be open in the red zone. I think they just kind of overdo it. Sometimes get a little too pass happy. Think that Mahomes or Burrow and them fellas, and then just stick to the script as in the balance of the game and make it easier for you. All right, so that's the Philadelphia's question and answer. Shane, You can give your final word on the 49ers, then hit you with the question too. What's your final word on the 49ers?
My coach tell me that he still got more to come. So I waiting to see what he got to unleash on his playbook. I don't know. So I listen to what my coach got to say. He say he got more to come. So I want to see. I think he's getting comfortable with the team. He's seeing what they got. A highlight roll across my screen this morning, and I didn't really want to post it or nothing because I don't want to put jinx on the man. But there's only one quarterback in the league right now that ain't sure a pick.
Mm-hmm.
That's my main man, Brock Purdy. 8 games, 8 regular season games undefeated right now. So, and Shanahan out there pushing on his chest. So I don't know. We gotta see. Got the Cardinals next. So we're just going game by game, Hannah. Game by game. I don't want no injuries, knock on wood. I want to go through clean slate. We've been good so far.
So the question for the 49ers standpoint is this the best version of Purdy, or is there still more better version of Purdy? So that's the question. Is this the best version of Purdy, or is there a better version of Purdy left?
I think it have to be more. Right? I think it's still more. I think besides the 7th round, besides him being the 7th round pick, this is his I want to say, let's say this was anybody you pick up, right? And this is rookie season. This is basically rookie season because he came in halfway through the season last year. Is he rookie season as a stopper? You got to see. I don't think we've seen his ceiling. I think we've seen what he could do. I don't think you've seen his full potential yet. I still think, like, if Shanahan's saying that there's more to come, maybe Shanahan is still being conservative with the playbook for him, and maybe have to unleash it. I mean, I've watched when Purdy came in the scene. I had to go back and watch. I didn't know who the hell he was. I didn't know who he was, so I had to go back and look at Iowa film and to see what he was doing at Iowa, trying to give me a better understanding of why he come out the game more prepared than anybody else. He played a pro system for 5 years. You know what I'm saying? That's a pro system. Iowa is a up there in a good division, playing a pro system for 5 solid years. That's good. And to be the 7th round pick, again, we had discussions already. We're still waiting to see why you were a 7th round pick, why you were in the 2nd round, why you was in the 1st round, why you were a 3rd, 4th, or 5th. Why were you a 7th round pick? It's there. And somebody gonna find out why. And it can happen. And everybody's waiting for that moment to happen because everybody you can't be too good anywhere in life. Everybody waiting for you to fail. That's one thing. If you're good, somebody waiting for you to do bad. Somebody waiting for you to fuck up. Somebody waiting for you to mess up. They want you to fail. And everybody waiting for Purdy to fail right now. Purdy hasn't shown an interception last season. I guarantee when he showed the first one, somebody it's gonna be a big thing on Sports Center and all the news media. For make the first last, it's gonna be a big thing. Oh, Purdy finally lose. You know what I'm saying? But nobody gonna keep talking about Purdy. Just keep winning. Purdy keep making history. I think every time he played, is some other new historic figure that come out that he name getting put on. I think he was one of the few young quarterbacks, one of the few starting quarterbacks to come up with 2 touchdowns and a quarterback rating or something in every game, blah, blah. That's history. He is one of the few quarterbacks to come out to win 8 straight games as a starter. That's history. And nobody ain't really harping on that. They say a little blurb and they leave it go because they're waiting for him to fail. But I think he's still growing. And he's still understanding Shanahan offense and still understanding NFL on a whole level. So I think there's still more to come. I still just think that Shanahan still protect him a little bit. But after a while, we have to see that playbook open up and show what he could do. And I think it's being shown and it easing up. If you got to go back and watch every game and look at what Shanahan throwing in there as what KG would say a wrinkle. I think you see like one play. One of those plays is a wrinkle play that you say, okay, let me see what you could do here. And Shanahan just going that trust, keep going that trust. And I think that's why he came out on his press conference and say, it's still more to come. That's what I think. And it has to be. It has to be more to come.
All right, you want me to go just like you want to go?
I'll go. Like you said before, it has to be more.
Right.
For the fact being that he's in a quarterback friendly offense. So it has to be more. I mean, we haven't seen him. We've seen like the regular game manager party. We haven't seen the game changing takeover type of quarterback party. Because we know the Fernandez offense is capable of that. We haven't seen Party be the what was it, the orchestra or the choir. Instead of it being Kyle Shanahan telling you what to do, you actually going out there changing up the audibles, changing up the reading the coverages, directing receivers and stuff like that. That's what you want to see. I think we haven't seen that part of Porter yet. We haven't seen that 300 and something yard game, 4 or 5 touchdown game. You know what I mean? A dominant performance by the quarterback position from Porter yet. I think we haven't seen that. I know if we can see it. I mean, I know if we can see it this season. Just for the simple fact that the offense don't have to do a whole lot. Everybody, I mean, Kyle Shanahan makes it a lot easier for weapons to get open. I think we're gonna see it this year. The running game is very explosive. So I'm not sure if we're gonna see it. But I think there's more.
Yeah, so I totally agree because, like I said, I still think Shanahan's protecting him. You know what I'm saying?
I think there's more. But can he give you more?
So his last game, he had 310 yards passing. Still only 2 touchdowns. But that's enough. 30 points. We still had 30 points on the board. We scored 30 points in every game so far this season. It's like, and like you say, KG, are you going to see it? Because do we have to? And I think the only time you're going to really have to see that is if we get in a gun shoot with another team. Yeah. You know,
and also is like is also if like say a Debo Kittle is out,
right?
You know what I mean? You don't have those weapons there. Is he gonna be able to take over a game on a drive? You know what I mean? Like a game-winning drive, take over a game on a game-winning drive and stuff like that. I think that's when you're gonna realize that there's more, and then that he's giving you more.
Am I done?
Yeah.
So, fellas, I respectfully disagree with that. I do think
that's all.
This is the best of Porty for a few reasons. Now, hear me out. For a few reasons. Reason number 1, there's a reason he was a 7th round pick. We still ain't see it yet, but there's a reason that he was the last pick in the draft. Reason number 2, he's a byproduct of a very good damn offensive system. Unfortunately, we can't say that about every quarterback.
That's true too, yeah.
The system, Shane just clarified my point. He came from Iowa that runs a pro-style system. So guess what? Shanahan implement that same pro-style system for him to make the game easier for him. That's the difference in good coaching and bad coaching. He ran a pro-style system in Iowa. So what did Shanahan do? Make the system similar to it and make it easier for him that he doesn't have to do too much. Shane could be right. He may be cuddling him, but it's a system that he's familiar with, so he doesn't have to do much. And 3, he's a product of all the damn good people that he got around him. Because at the end of the day, even on 3rd and 12, you can hand the ball off to McCaffrey and he gonna get 12 yards on the ground. You got Debo, you got Ayuk, you got Kittle, you got Jawan Jennings. The line is strong. Porty will never have to see the harsh reality of being a quarterback in a suckish offense. I guarantee if you put Porty in another offensive system, he gonna get cut. Because that 7th-round pick, he's gonna get cut. He will get cut, Shane. Don't tell me no, because he don't have the luxury of Debo and them. Don't tell me no, because guess what? The same reason Trey Lance couldn't do it.
Because that's the point. That's the point. That's the point.
That's why I say he's a process of the system that he in.
So what's the excuse?
That's the difference.
What's the excuse for beat hard in Mullins? What's the excuse?
Wasn't up there pro style offense back.
Beat hard come from IR. Pro style.
That wasn't a good. It wasn't the same coach though. It was a different one.
It's
back then.
What different?
No, it's the same different concept.
He came
it's
from
a different concept.
He had Kittle.
It's a different concept.
He had a young Debo.
But that young Debo,
young Debo. Thank you, KG.
Don't
tell me no young. Don't tell me no young Debo. It don't matter. It don't matter. It takes you a couple seasons to get your feet going. And the thing, yeah, he had good boss and beat, but he coming here. Go ahead.
You say that Shanahan make this offense like Iowa offense. You don't forget that Purdy came in week 6 after injury Jimmy Garoppolo. That was the offense made for Purdy.
Let me ask you something.
And he came in and put up.
Let me ask you something. When Purdy when somebody come into a game, you gonna run the same offense that you had your starter running?
But that was gonna change it. How you change it up?
Hey, you're gonna change it up a little bit. So you gonna tell me that you can't come here and tell me that they would put Tanner McKee in the game for KG and say they're gonna run the same thing as Jalen Hurts.
We could go back and look back at that Miami game. Jimmy Garoppolo get injured in the first quarter of that game. You gonna tell me that he changed up his game plan to tailor to Purdy?
He'll alter it a bit. To get Purdy going. You ain't gonna come there and tell me that.
No, you
gotta give him. You gotta give Shanahan and them the credit.
At that point, Purdy was a rookie, so he gonna give Purdy the same amount.
Exactly. You have to give the coach credit.
But you can't change. But you can't change a whole playbook. You already got.
I never said a whole. I ain't said a whole. But I say he will alter it to get him going, to give him the easy passes that he needs. It's a simple case of ain't nobody coming in a game. If anybody come in a game, they gotta alter the game just to make them get comfortable and get them going. As time goes on and he knows that Purdy is the starting quarterback, he will alter the offense just a bit to get Purdy in his comfort zone.
Any good coach would do that. And you say it to yourself. That's good coaching. Any good
that's
coach.
But that's why you're answering my that. But that's why you guys answer my. You answered my question.
And that's
he's a product of the system.
And that's a luxury of being a late round pick. First round, second round picks go to suck ass teams. That's why they're first round and second round picks. 5th, 6th round picks go to good or better teams.
Lance didn't go to a suckers team.
That's true too.
We traded up for him.
It don't matter. You was a good team or a bad team.
We traded up for him.
But you just tell me they go to suckers team. But did he go to a suckers team?
Trey Lance sucked then. Don't say that. Let's not say that.
No, I ain't saying that. I just asked you a question.
Trey Lance couldn't grasp the offense. Right?
I don't believe Trey Lance sucked. I just believe the scheme wasn't what Trey Lance was good for Trey Lance.
I think, like, I go back to the same arguments we had in the last season. Brock Purdy had a big impact on Trey Lance.
I never said nothing. I never said nothing.
A huge impact on Trey Lance, and that's what really.
But
if you can't beat out, if you couldn't beat out Brock Purdy, you would have started.
No. Let me show you a difference here, no, Sheen. What does Trey Lance do real well that Purdy don't really do?
I don't know.
He can move out the. He can.
No, but we haven't seen that.
No, but Shane, don't ever compare Purdy to Trey Lance athleticism.
I'm not.
You see, this is where you're going wrong. So let me show you. So let me tell you my point. No, let me tell you I never tell you that Trey Lance. Purdy can't run. I know. Don't say that. I say that because I tell you the same thing about Sam Darnold. The guy is sneaking fast out the pocket. What I'm saying is Trey Lance's athletic ability to move outside the pocket is what made him a third-round pick because he can do stuff out the pocket. He and Jalen Hurts and Josh Allen and them fellas, he got that same athletic intangible. Does Purdy have that same athletic intangible like a Jalen Hurts and Josh Allen and them? No. Purdy's design is those good timing routes that Trey Lance couldn't do. That's what I'm saying. Trey Lance. I would never say Trey Lance is a bad quarterback. Just a product of the wrong system. That was the issue. I'll never forget when we stay here and she and you not Porter Trey Lance in our preseason game. He threw a deep ball down the field, but not deep ball. But the fella had beat the cornerback, and I hear you ball out. But that's all I got to see. Me and kids, you were right here. I'll cheer. What's right here?
Yeah.
And yeah, say that's all I got to say. But she said that's all I got to say on a pass that every quarterback should hit. Yeah. I ain't see him hit the out road. I ain't see him hit that in road that Jennings so good at. Porter can hit that road in that Jennings can hit. Trey Lance can't hit that yet. I ain't gonna say he could never hit it. He can't hit it yet. But Trey Lance was a product of a bad system. And guess what? Shanahan would have had to change that system to Trey Lance for him to be good.
But it was changing to fit Trey Lance. That's the thing I'm saying.
But that's what I'm saying. But they do that for Porter too.
I ain't saying he doing that. I ain't saying he do it for Porty. I even said when I was talking that Shanahan is still cuddling Porty. I said that.
But that's what I'm trying to say. That's what
you come and say that. That's it. You see the ceiling. That's it. He done.
He got no other ceiling to go because because guess what? Hey, no, not in terms. No, what I'm trying to say is he gonna never have to go to the process of gotta do it by himself, overcome it like other quarterbacks.
We don't know that yet because he ain't been in that position yet.
When the 49ers gonna ever put him in that position, it'll never happen.
You'll never know. You'll never know. You get in a shootout. Damn near with the Rams.
Yeah, but really? A shootout is about whether you get
the Rams. The Rams. Really, the Rams.
Look at the score sheet. What the score was?
So you trying to tell me at some point Porter had to take that game over on the hands?
I'm just saying the time might come. No, we always had the game in control, but the time might come when the team's putting up points and he gonna have to put up points too. They gonna have a team. We gotta play the Bengals here soon. We gotta play Dallas, but we own Dallas. But I ain't saying that. But we gotta play the Bengals here soon who look like they want to catch them straight now all of a sudden.
But then you answered my third point. What's my third point that I said?
What?
He is a product of the players around him. It's gonna be easy for him.
Yes, it's gonna be easy when you build yourself around them.
But that's one. But that's
Josh Allen with damn Diggs and all. They had to go get Diggs to make Josh Allen better.
But that's what I'm saying. He is a product of the players around him too. It's not. But again, you strain off a topic on what I but you see, Shane stubborn and something he don't want. The question is the question. That's what I answered the question. What possessed? I never tell him that who faulted was fun. So the question is this the best version of Porter? Yes, it is because it's the product. He has the playmakers at the peak of their careers right now.
So he can't get no better.
So life can't get no better. Life can't get no better.
He can't do no better.
He will never have to go through or Tannehill or Stafford out there with Pikachu as the number one wide receiver. He never have to go through that. The game is so simple. Don't for he know that he leave a time there. Both Debo and Ayuk injured, and then McCaffrey banged up near a little 50-50. He can't play, and then he got to do it a little bit more. Oh, that's a difference. That's a difference in the what you call a quarterback. But for he, life's so good for he know that he don't have the luxury of have to go out there and change the play. Again, like you say, it's a damn good version of Porty. But is this the best version I see? Yeah, it's the best version of him because he in the 49ers system. So you honestly believe Porter would go somewhere else and succeed like this?
Maybe. I never know. I would never know.
Not a shit.
You never know. When Brady was drafted 6th round by the damn Patriots and he played with the Patriots.
Hey, don't call Brady.
I don't think Porter has Brady talent.
Thank you. Don't ever call Brady. Do not call Brady in this.
I ain't saying that neither.
You went from this one argument to Brady.
I'm saying Brady was drafted in the 6th round. Same fucking thing.
No, but you call the one great player in the history of the NFL. You ain't call no other quarterback.
Did we know he was gonna be great after 8 games?
But how many other quarterbacks do you ain't call? You only call one.
Because
give me another one.
I looking down at a team that I looking at when he was drafted.
Yeah, but Brady, the thing is that Brady had.
Yeah, so give me somebody else.
Brady had a talent that Porter had. You know what I mean? So Brady did it with a bunch of no name receivers.
No, lad.
He had. When Brady step,
You trying to tell me that Brady
I'm not comparing. I'm not comparing
When-
the offenses.
when
But
Brady-
don't come and tell me that he had no name receivers.
when Brady step on and win the Super Bowl, that first year, who the man?
So Deion Branch was trash.
When he went to Seattle, he was trash.
Yeah, but when he was to the Patriots, was he trash?
Right. Brady make him good. Brady made him look good. Try Brum, he was trash. Ben Watson, he was trash. Right? Jamal Gaffrey, he was trash. This is the only great receivers Brady had. Welker, Mars, Gronkowski, Hernandez,
Edelman. Mm-hmm.
That's it. The rest of them was trash.
My only thing with Shane point is, yeah, I understand the Brady one, but I can't. That's the only one I see. That's the only one.
I don't know who else was drafted.
That's why it answers what I was trying to say. He cannot. Ain't got no. How many 6 round, 7 round picks we know come out in last a week on a regular season
team? So I
team.
still don't understand how you're saying this is ceiling. That's why I don't understand.
Yes, because he matched up with the perfect person. That's what I'm saying.
So even if he matched up with a perfect person, he can't come in here and be better.
But you just said, how much more better you gonna actually think he gonna go?
Why not though? What's stopping him?
Okay, my thing is, what's better? What you consider better? That's what I trying to.
Okay, you don't say the 300 something yards, the 5 touchdowns a game, the 4 touchdowns a game, consistently doing that. What's stopping him from doing that? What's stopping
that he got damn good running back that he could just hand it off and get 3 touchdowns
because you have to share the ball with all that. But
so he's a product of the players that he got. That's what I'm saying. He got the players wrong.
Until he get put in the position where, like I said, that until he get put in the position where he have to do a shootout, we're trailing. The finals trailing for some reason, and they have to change the pass game. They can't rely on the running game anymore. And he come out there and he's shining, put up 400 something yards, 3 touchdowns, 4 touchdowns. That's the only time you're gonna see. But don't tell me that he can't see that ceiling if he never do it. He can do it. I think he could do it.
How much yards he put up against the Rams when it was so-called a close game?
I think it was 200 and something.
You said 300 and something.
No, I said 300 and something last game. That was against the Giants.
Okay. 300 and something last game against the Giants with how much touchdowns? 2 touchdowns or something like that, right? You score how much? 30-something points.
30-something points.
Okay. You trying to tell me that Porter gonna come out here and throw 400 yards and 4 touchdowns?
I said, why he has to do that? Why can't he do it? I'm asking. If he has to do it.
Yeah, okay. Yes, he can do it.
No, you were saying that. You said he
No. I'm saying, yes, he can do it in 1 or 2 games, but he can't consistently be.
But that's what I'm saying. That's why I want
passers and them kind of stuff. You're gonna never. That's the thing. You're gonna never see the consistent 350 yards and them kind of stuff because he has a system in place and the players around him that he never has to do it. Let me ask you a question. Can Mahomes rely on Pikachu, whatever your name is?
That's why Mahomes has to be running around like a fucking chicken with his hair cut off in the background, making plays because he can't rely on his running game. He can't.
Okay. Also, he can't exactly. He can't rely on the receivers. Can Porter rely on both too? On both of them?
Yeah.
So he never ever have to do it.
And the same thing can you say when if a McCaffrey get injured, if a Debo get injured or Kittle get injured, can Porter do it?
But we saw Ayuk injured in this last game.
That was one. I was getting there soon.
His
main receiver.
But guess what? When I said people injured, I didn't only say one person.
I know.
That don't count.
That don't count.
Because I'll just tell you. I just tell you just now. It got too much people around him for him to ever be put in a bad position to not be successful. The thing about it is, if Porter goes for 150 yards in a game and 2 interceptions, who you put that on? Porter or the offense?
Porter.
Thank you. You just answered my question because there's no point that Porter should go for 150 yards and 2 interceptions with the cast.
You gotta put it on the quarterback.
I could easily say, but that was bad coaching. They put him in a good position to make the throws and them kind of they play card. Look how much time KG that cost think about the play cards and so and Jalen Hurts only put up 210 yards passing and them because KG don't cost Jalen Hurts, he cost Brian Johnson. That's what I'm trying to say. If Porter ever put up 150 yards and 2 picks, we will blame Porter, and we'll never say by the coaching staff, this and that. We're going to blame Porter for that same reason. He has too good of a supporting cast, too good of a system in place that he should be putting up 150 yards. You would go crazy here if Porter put up 150 yards here because you'll say, we got Shanahan, we got Ayuk, Debo, all this and that, this and that. He should never put up 150 yards. Whereas you got other teams out there struggling to put up 200 yards passing because they don't have the system in place. They don't have the receivers. Porter is just Porter on a luxury life right now. I understand what you're trying to say. He gonna have to come and do this at a time.
I just want to know why nobody else was on a luxury life. Garoppolo was there.
Wow. But Garoppolo carry you guys to. It was a Super Bowl, right?
Yeah.
A Super Bowl.
The defense actually carried.
He missed the one. Oh my God! Don't just say the defense. You got the Garoppolo do stuff too, man. Then he carried to the NFC Championship, and then he missed the throw. Okay, he missed the throw. You remember? I can't remember which game it was.
I don't blame that.
Okay, exactly. Remember, he had a game. I can't remember which playoff game it was. We had, and everybody was bashing Garoppolo.
Let me tell you.
Wait, let me just finish this part. He was bashing Garoppolo, and you say it was this game ain't come down to Garoppolo. The damn fella had dropped the interception.
Yeah,
I can't remember what game that, but everybody else was
the fucking game. The year when
exactly. Everybody else bashed Garoppolo for that game. Oh, he can't. But it was never on Garoppolo. It was on that pick. That pick. But what I'm saying is, you say, well, Garoppolo carry you guys to where a lot of teams wish they could be.
I agree. And I'm gonna tell you this right now. Like when I as a fan of the 49ers, I deal with stupid fucking quarterbacks since the 90s. Garoppolo was the best quarterback since fucking Garcia we had. I mean Alex Smith, I don't say sorry. That we had.
Better than Cap?
Yeah. And what I know about Garoppolo going to give me 14 points. 14 points and 2 interceptions every game. I would sit here now. You can remember I sit here and say, I waited for Garoppolo to his pick. He didn't get out the way. That's me. You always hear me. He didn't get his pick out the way. And once he get it out the way, he good after that. Garoppolo give me 14 guaranteed points a game. That's it. I know that what he giving me. And then I say, okay, defense, let's go. How much games we have played against Seattle and all of them with Garoppolo to him? 3, 6, 6, 3, 9, 3, 9, 6. We got into the half, 4 quarter leading 9-6. Oh, we can't put no more points on the board. Seattle comes on the field, score 1 touchdown, we lose 12-9. Constantly every year going through that shit. I got back Garoppolo, yes, because he used to move the ball, give us points, 14 points, but we had a defense that would hold a team to less than 14 points so we could win a goddamn game. That's why I come to accept. I accepted what I had as Garoppolo. Porty showed me that he's 10 times better than Garoppolo. 10 times.
Okay. So
I think 10 times better than Garoppolo.
I think it's 10 times better than Garoppolo.
I don't think you ain't gonna agree with this. You have to take this into consideration. When Garoppolo was there, who was the running back?
Mostert. He had where's he at? I know Mostert. Well, he ain't last 2 games. Starting, he had Mostert, and the fella before Mostert, Tevin Coleman was the starter before Mostert.
Yeah, Coleman had done survey time out in Atlanta, and then he come over there because Kyle Shanahan had him in Atlanta.
Right, and then Mostert come in.
So okay, answer this question for me. You'd put any of them on a pedestal like McCaffrey?
Never.
You know how much stuff? No. You see, let me finish. You know what McCaffrey does do at that backfield for you?
I know.
Don't you think that makes the offense easier to run?
I don't know.
Because the thing about it is, Mostert ain't going to run no damn road out there like McCaffrey. The fact that McCaffrey could run so good and could catch so good, all eyes he. Then you got Debo that can truck here, all eyes he. Then you got Ayuk that could do all kind of different roles, all eyes he. Then they got Kittle, the Jacker, all Trace, all Ois, Heavy. Then they got Jennings that nobody gonna talk about, but he's Mr. Thor. Don't that gonna get you in the middle of the field, all Ois, Heavy. Do you know what McCaffrey does to that? You know why the Panthers fans okay on a disgraceful rent? I know it's because the trade that we make for McCaffrey, you make for McCaffrey, a second, third, fourth, and fifth. The Panthers get the worst rap I ever see in my life because McCaffrey, the stuff that McCaffrey does do is what 2-3 first round picks. Because that's what he does do. The only difference was he was injured in Carolina, kind of run him down to the ground.
This man is a man.
Right. But what McCaffrey could do does make our offense so much easier.
He's a game changer, man.
And I am not disagreeing with that because from 2019, we always been saying on the 49ers said we was a quarterback away from winning the Super Bowl. Whole time.
So what? Okay, I know me. You know. Well, what was Garoppolo's Achilles heel?
The deep throws and the damn interceptions.
So okay, deep throw, and then the fact that he couldn't. He's a pocket passer. He can't move.
And I got a problem with a pocket passer, but
right. Okay. Right. How often Porter got to throw deep?
Not too often. It ain't in Shanahan.
But that goes back to my point.
Again, cuddling the quarterback.
Right, but that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Because the problem with the thing was he couldn't get a deep ball. He couldn't vertically stretch the field. One. He can throw the bad picks, yeah. Two. Okay. Then he wasn't athletic. The thing that a play could break. That was the reason for drafting Trey Lance. For that same reason, for them three weaknesses, right?
Yep.
But here comes Porty. Porter is like a younger Garoppolo, but a little bit more athletic and a little stronger arm. But Porter ain't got to throw no ball on the field that Garoppolo could have hit.
But the thing is, though, right, Treaty, and you look at the games that we lost. Look at the game against, we go back to the Saints with Emmanuel Sanders down the field streaking. And Garoppolo throw that ball. And I don't know if you go back and watch these Raiders games that Garoppolo playing right now. Mm-hmm. Garoppolo putting the ball out there, but the receiver have a turn around and catch the ball like this. You know what I'm saying? Underneath, giving the defender a chance to make a play. He done it against Emmanuel Sanders. He did it in the Chiefs game. You know, he missed them plays. The thing is that Shanahan don't develop the deep ball much. But when he do develop the deep ball, you got to hit that. You have to hit that home run. That's your home run pass. You have to hit that. And Jimmy was a 0% chance of hitting that fucking pass. Party give you a chance to hit it. He got a little stronger arm, but he a little more accurate. He hitting that pass, and he put that in good position. The pass to Deebo in that last game, back shoulder, 30 yards along the field. Garoppolo's not hitting that. And guys might let Garoppolo can't hit that broad side of the ball. You know what I'm saying? So that's where Party excelling. And that's why I think with Shanahan come out and saying now that more to come. You might see Shanahan open up his playbook more. You know he's intermediate, mid to intermediate. Party's a killer. That's Party right there, killer. Intermediate, mid range. But when it comes time to take off the top, when you have the chance, when you got Kittle streaking on the field, or Deebo running that post route, or Ayuk going on the field running the double move, so he loves to run, can you hit that? And I think he gave us a way better chance hit that than any other quarterback that we had in the last 2 or 3 years. And that's why I think where Porty is standing out and shining right now. And I think that's where he's ceiling on goal, because when you start to see more taking those deep shots that when Shanahan dealt him up and he hitting them, I think that's when you're gonna see that elevate his status.
I think what's really trying to get at is that with that talented
offense,
that talented offense, at some point Porter should be like an MVP type candidate.
If he
with that offense.
But no. I don't think he have to.
I don't think he get a chance.
The thing is, I don't think he would ever get into MVP status,
right?
Because it's so well balanced that he gonna feed McCaffrey about 20 touches, and Elijah Mitchell, he ain't gonna catch the ball, but he can still come in and run the rock.
Right.
That's what I'm saying. Like, he don't have to, Porter, the MVP mean the most valuable player to a team. That's why you see the Mahomes and them fellas get it. Without Mahomes, the team got no value.
110% agree. Because Mahomes is 110% of that offense. Without Mahomes on that offense, that team will never
right. Now look at it from this way. When Garoppolo, they started to figure Garoppolo can't do it for him.
Mm-hmm.
They got Trey Lance, right? So Garoppolo was no more the most valuable player on that team. Trey Lance was the most valuable player because of what they drafted him to take.
True.
Purdy became the most valuable player, most valuable quarterback, not player, most valuable quarterback to the team. But do you believe that if Purdy get injured, Sam Darnold can't come in and do the same thing? Shane gonna say no because he better than Sam Darnold. I know Shane.
Sam Darnold,
I know Shane. I know Shane better than Sam Darnold. But I guarantee Shane. I don't feel it may be a slight step down because he got get feet wet, but our offense gonna run just the same.
Just the same.
I hope I never have to see it.
No, because then you're gonna have to come here and apologize to me because you gotta think.
He got the time he seen ghosts and I gotta say vomit.
No, again, the Jets cannot. You can't look at him from the Jets' perspective.
He's damaged goods, partner. He's damaged goods.
Okay, you could say that because look, this brings up my same. This brings up my same point. Just look at what they did to. Just look at what the Jets do to get Aaron Rodgers in there. You see what they put together to get Aaron Rodgers. But here we go. One injury. Poor old Zach Wilson. You think if Zach Wilson was a competent thing, he wouldn't be better with all them targets and everything out there? He's still the same sucker as Zach Wilson.
That's why
out there. Right. But guess what? In San Fran, Shanahan would never make none of he. Okay, well, let me don't say that because Lance was a failed project. They admit it. It didn't work. Lance, it looking like that's a horrendous draft class because Zach Wilson, Trey Lance, and Mac Jones didn't look good. And Justin Fields, none of them look good. So it looked like that was a course thing. The thing, all I'm trying to say is that it's so familiar for Porter because of the pro style there and here. And like me, she say, we got to figure out why he was the last pick in the draft. We just didn't see it. But when you surround your team with such good players around, you'd never find out why you're a 7th round pick. You'd never have to find out. It's like you know, it's a good example of it, like Russell. When Russell was in Seattle, Russell had Marshawn and them fellas, Lockett, all them fellas, doing everything. But he got Sutton, Jerry Jeudy, Tim Patrick, and all them fellas out in Denver and look suckish. And guess what? We don't blame Russell. Who we don't blame? Yeah, we blame Sean Payton. We just say, oh, Russell ain't good.
I blame Russell though because Russell head ain't in the game right now.
I can't put everything on Russell though. I don't believe Russell just that suck. He can't be that suckish. I can't believe that.
He didn't look good last year. He started off this year.
Let's step out the offense after
Hackett wasn't.
Hackett, yeah.
After Hackett lead the offense, started to put up points. Russell started to look like the old Russell again.
I keep talking like I put in the charger.
I don't know. Like I can't agree with you saying that this is the best. I just can't agree. Yes, he's surrounded by a lot of talent and everything, but you surrounded by that talent should only elevate you more. Right? So that's why that's my point. Is I can't sit there and say that's it. This is all we see. Not after, and then going back to your points, Casey, not after 8 games. Yeah, I'm saying not when Shanahan's still learning Porty. Porty's still learning Shanahan. You know what I'm saying? And so I don't know. I can't say. And I ain't gonna sit here and say that, oh, he has to show me 400 yards, 5 touchdowns. No, that's a quarterback that's a game where I don't want to be in. I don't want to be in a shootout. I want to score my 30 points.
But you don't have to be in a shootout. You can be in a game where you dominated from start to finish on the offense.
And I think, we're kind of doing that right now, but from a balanced point of view. You got a man like McCaffrey. McCaffrey scored a damn touchdown in every fucking game so that he started. 12 straight games. He scored a touchdown. He about to break the team record. He tied with Jerry Rice right now. If he get a touchdown next game, he break Jerry Rice record. He's gonna be the 49ers leading player with a touchdown in every game. Consecutively.
Exactly. It goes back to my point is like he don't have to do it because it got such good players and that just go. You know why I tell you is the system and the players are wrong. Look at McCaffrey in Carolina to McCaffrey in San Fran. Mm-hmm. The system never worked for McCaffrey in okay, let me don't say that.
No, say never.
The year with Cam, the system worked because Cam was a running threat. You had to account for Cam as a runner. When Can got injured and hurt, they force feed McCaffrey. You had to force feed him because you had no other position players that could do it. That's why his body couldn't take it. Was the one thing Shanahan had said when he get McCaffrey? I am not going to drain him out.
Mhm.
We have to balance his workload. He'll get his touches, but we have to balance him. The second game of the season, he had played every
Every
snap.
snap. Yeah.
And what Shanahan come and say, I can't keep doing that. I can kill him. We have to get Elijah Mitchell.
I see
Limited touches.
Shanahan went back and kind of wrapped up the player personnel.
About having him there for the
Oh,
whole
yeah.
thing, right?
Because
Exactly.
Exactly. I call in plays. I expect you to bring out the people. I don't
Exactly. See,
McCaffrey bring up a 60-something yard run and then he come back out the next same play again. No,
Right.
that's right.
So that goes back to my thing is, as I say, McCaffrey in Carolina's system was no good. I ain't gonna say he wasn't good. He was still good, but he wasn't the player how he is. No, McCaffrey averaging way more now than in Carolina. He grades and everything is way above. Because guess what? When you force McCaffrey 3 straight rushes and he averaged 8 yards, the third one, the fourth one, everybody jumping down. Debo straight up the middle, gone full speed. Kittle up the middle, gone. Are you gonna Kittle? It's because it's so easy to do it. And we used to always say that the weakness for the San Fran was the line, because we didn't even know the players on the line.
Right.
But the line actually doing what they're doing. They're holding it. It's the same thing for you see, I could bring this point, the same point to what you call it, to the Eagles. Remember that year when they make the playoffs and KG say, well, Jalen Hurts got to prove himself. He didn't look good, this and that. He looked good last year. He get his big contract. This year, we grade him as a above average thing. Yeah. He don't look like the Jalen Hurts last year. But guess what? The product of he having that line and playmakers, he don't have to be perfect to make it. Because, like you say, we still here criticizing the offense, but guess what? 2 are you 3-0? 2 are you 3-0? Them still putting up points even though the offense ain't running to KG liking. Because guess what? They could run the ball straight down your throat if they want, the same way the 49ers could do. They could try to all them weapons them got the same way the 49ers could do. So Jalen Hurts don't have to be the weapon. Last year he was a weapon. But this year he don't have to be the man. Whereas in Porter don't have to be the man. The only difference I believe is Sam Darnold is a much better backup on your team to any backups KG got. Because Mariota didn't look good. Mariota didn't look good. But I do believe those shit Sam Darnold will thrive in that. You want me to tell you the reason why? They traded the number 3 overall pick and stuck with Darnold as a backup. Even though he only got 1 year, $4 million.
Shanahan got a fucking fetish.
You're gonna have to admit that Donald is.
And I can't deal with Shanahan because
no, you gotta deal with that.
Shanahan have one trade a second round pick from fucking Kirk Cousins. I can't deal with that.
Kirk Cousins gotta be leading the league in passing. He fought Minnesota. That defense, the defense still suck.
Kirk Cousins will be an MVP in your offense.
I think so too.
I don't ever want to get to that point.
Kirk Cousins will be an MVP in your offense.
I seen Kirk Cousins would trade.
A lot of people say, right? Jeff Garcia is a very good quarterback in the final system, right? I think I get my first gray hair watching Jeff Garcia.
He was good in Philly too.
Jeff Garcia used to give me stress, you know.
But imagine Kirk Cousins throwing for 340 yards.
Stress. I'll be a drunk.
And only got Justin Jefferson. So imagine what he would do out there.
I still be a drunk.
No, somebody. 400 yards every game. 400.
You be blowing out teams like crazy.
He got to force feed Justin Jefferson.
Yeah, he got chase.
You don't have a Justin Jefferson as in you need the ball because Debo and them don't ever cuss about getting the ball. But he got to feed Justin Jefferson. So that's the difference.
I don't know why. I drink heavily.
All right, so good debate on that one. We gonna switch over to Carolina and Bio, but I get a chance to relax myself, but then somebody tweet me, the Seattle Seahawks actually make a false start video on the Panthers after them 12 false start. A whole video. They've got music video about false starts on the Panthers. And you know me, that just crushed me to see that. False start video done got on the Panthers. We gave up 36 pressures. 36 pressures
Wow.
in that game. Our left guard gave up 14 pressures by himself.
Wow.
14.
We playing at you this year?
If Sunday come and I see he named as the starting left guard, that tell me that the Panthers is serious and they need to fire everybody.
But who else did I put in there?
Somebody that would give you 12 pressures rather than 14. Because I ain't know where you give enough 14. But I watched the film and he biggest issue is he hesitant to do certain stuff. In the NFL, you can't be hesitant. You gotta trust your instinct. He hesitant. You could understand if a tackle give up 14 and kind of coming off the edge. A guard got center and a tackle next to him, and he still give up 14. No, he ain't ready to play. I never say he can't be good, but don't put he in the next game. He can get Bryce Young and them kill. So here's the issue. Another man down, Xavier Woods, hamstring injury, expected to be out 4 to 6 weeks. So you got Hane gone, Xavier Woods gone, Shaq Thompson gone, CJ Henderson injured, Frankie Louvu injured. That's 5 of our starters on defense. So I don't know who's starting and who playing.
And
I don't know how going.
And I'm playing 7-11 this week.
But I'm gonna kill Dante Jackson if he and Justin Jefferson. Justin Jefferson might go for 500 yards on Dante Jackson. I don't know what he does see. So it's rough in that department. Offensively, Mingo got a concussion, but he needs to. I think he needs to take a step back. They're putting too much on the plate right now. Thielen is playing great. Chark is back. I think Terrace Marshall needs to step up. From the looks of it, it should be Bryce Young should be good to go. I ain't too sure yet because our backup quarterback, which is Jake Luton, the Saints just signed him to the active roster. So he was our backup this game with Dalton. So if he's gone, it's only Dalton, which means Bryce Young should be coming back. We walked out 2 people. Bryce Porkins, the former Rams quarterback, and Kellen Mond. But none of them signed, so I don't know if it looked like Bryce Young probably trending in the right direction.
Luton was on your practice squad?
Yeah, but he got elevated to the game thing because I remember Bryce Young was up. So after the game, you go back to the practice squad. So the Saints guy is Derek Carr injury, so they signed him to the active roster. So he got to stay on the roster for 3 weeks. So we down to 2 quarterbacks. We may have to look for somebody else. The Panthers on a whole, again, I'm still taking the patience approach. It's all about Bryce Young developing. But again, I'll put more of an emphasis again on Frank Wright and those guys creating more opportunities to get Bryce Young to do what he did so well in college. I think they actually did a lot better this week with Dalton because Dalton's a vet. For the same thing that Shane said with Shanahan, I think Ray trying to cuddle Bryce Young. You gotta let him play. Leave him play. Leave him be the person he was in Alabama. So we gotta see how it is there. I'll see what happens as the week goes, if he'll play or if he's not. But the question for the 3 questions, 3 answers part is seeing as how Dalton played. If Bryce Young is healthy and ready to go in week 4, who do you start? Dalton or Bryce Young? If I'll answer first, you go with Bryce for the simple reason is this is his development year. He got a game on the take. If he's not 100%, if he's anything below 100, you don't start him. If he is 100, which is the question, if he is 100, who do you start? You start Bryce. He got that time to look on the bench in Seattle. He did say he learned some stuff that he couldn't see from the field view. He got better perspective. But he has to progress on the field. It's all about progressing on the field. Sometimes you should bench players and let them think, but Bryce Young needs to be on the field getting his reps. So my answer to that is if he is 100%, and like I say, 100%, if he is, he starts. Because that was always the goal. Start him. Not because Andy Dalton threw 300 something yards, me, you started. Bryce Young need to start. You guys go.
I agree. Bryce Young, he needs to start too as well. I mean, the only way for you to get better is repetition, right?
Exactly.
That's the only way to get better. Sit on the bench and just watching the film and watching what Donald does and probably watching a few film ain't gonna help you. But being in the game seeing seeing the defense, seeing the speed of the game. I think he still get to acclimated to the speed of the game too.
Yeah.
So seeing that is gonna help him. I mean, it's only week 3. Really, do you see a rookie starts hitting on all cylinders by the time week 3? You don't see it until like week 15, week 16. That's when you see. So I think he has to get in there and keep him in there. But for Frank Wright to take the gloves off too, man. Let him air it out a little bit. Let him make some mistakes. You can't stop him from making mistakes. That way he learns from the mistakes when he goes back in the film room and watches the film.
It don't make no sense try to protect him as much.
Right. So start him. Let him get the bumps and bumps and bruises. Let him make the mistakes. Let him make the bad decisions. And then after that, when practice time comes, correct him. That's the only way he'll get better.
I agree.
If he's okay with hard coaching, then yeah, he'll get better. If he's not okay with hard coaching, then after that, Streeter will be crying here next year. But the only you can't cuddle a quarterback. You can't cuddle a quarterback. So you have to start him. If he's 100% ready to go, start him.
Shade, what you think?
I agree. You know me. That's my whole Trey Lance motto, right? You gotta get our reps. And the Panthers would be foolish not to start him just because Dalton come out there one game and throw 300 and something yards. He didn't get a win. You know what I'm saying? Start him. Let Bryce Young go out there. You pick him for a reason. You know he's gonna be a starter. He get injured. That don't mean you bench him. You might kill him if you do that. You know, bring him out. The speed of the game to me is what Bryce Young is. We got back to the pro style offense. He played the pro style offense. He played in a very strong team. He know what he's doing. He know what he got to do. I think I've seen some improvements between week 1 and week 2. You know what I'm saying? Bring him back out. Let him run the gauntlet. Like, again, Streeter can't be the only person in here thinking that this is a rebuild year. Ain't like you'll take Bryce Young and go Super Bowl. You're going Super Bowl. Leave him get him reps. And then next year when he got you got a seasoned guy who have a whole year under his belt, and he could go. He ready to go. Start him.
Yeah, I agree.
It'd be foolish.
You see, you could go both ways with it, as in, well, what he named? Aaron Rodgers stayed a few years on the thing. He got better. Mahomes did the same thing. He got better. Yeah, then you got the other ones that played from the start and enjoyed.
But who you putting Bryce behind to sit on your watch? Dalton?
The Red Rifle banner.
I know.
Oh, he light up the Seahawks.
I know.
Okay, I wouldn't go that far, but still.
Right? I mean, like you say, going on your trend, right? Johnny Love sat 3 years behind Aaron Rodgers, 2 or 3 years behind Aaron Rodgers, even though Aaron Rodgers didn't teach him shit.
But he still suck.
He lost him, man. He ain't look too bad.
He suck.
How he suck?
Let me don't say he suck. He tread the Saints in 6 minutes.
He look too bad. He look good.
And he had weapons.
He look good. For somebody who don't have weapons, he look good.
He looked good at week 1.
Yeah, that's true.
You know what I'm saying? You sit behind giants. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, Patrick Mahomes, but he sat behind Alex Smith. You can't tell me he learned some shit from Alex Smith.
Nah, I think he learned.
He learned.
He learned from Andy Reid. Yeah, but he learned some stuff from Alex Smith. You know, and he come out and they say he was ready to go, and he was ready to go, and he took off from there. Aaron Rodgers sit behind a Brett Favre. You could damn near see Brett Favre in Aaron Rodgers. You know what I'm saying? So you don't have that luxury. You don't have that luxury here in Carolina, and you gotta have to leave him sink or swim. And I think he has the ability to swim, but you just he has to get those reps.
But you see, now in today's NFL, that luxury of sitting them get taken away. Because exactly. The coaches, you may have signed a 5-year coaching deal, but you ain't gonna last after 3 years if you're sucking. So I think the pressure on them is to get them out, because for the same reason you got like the Anthony Richardsons and them. Anthony Richardson doing most of the damage from his feet. He's not a passer yet. He should have actually sit.
Lamar did the same
But the
thing.
problem is,
Lamar did the same
you
thing.
got you got to put him in. You have to. When Josh Allen had come out, he was
There you go.
very, very bad.
I was
He
going
should have
to
never been playing at the start. I think Sam Donald should have never been playing at the start either. But they had to go in and do how they do. And that's the thing about it. When you that high pick, you don't have the luxury of sitting behind anymore. If you're a low pick, then you can sit down behind and then wait your chance. But them higher picks don't have that luxury. So that's one of the common issues right now in the NFL. All right, good 3 for 3. That was real good debates. No, like I said, we're gonna start to wrap it up. We're gonna give out our game balls in trash bags. Start with the game balls. Who you guys got?
I give him my game ball to the Miami Dolphins. 70 ball, man. A 70 ball.
That's just embarrassing.
That team still. I think the Broncos in a state of dismay. I seen some players do some interviews, and you can see like the soul will snatch out of them. I don't think. I think the Broncos come out again. They're not gonna be good. I think it's over for the Broncos.
All right, who's your game ball, Jizzle?
I give my game ball to the Houston Texans. Everybody
Okay.
had you a double digit underdog against the Jacksonville Jaguars. Everybody had you losing that division. Everybody had CJ Stroud probably be mediocre at best. Texans have no weapons. Name a weapon they got other than Damian Pierce. Who else they got out there? Nobody.
Tank Dale, Nico
Tank Dale,
Collins, Robert Woods. But that man got some people.
That's nobody's really. That's rejects team. A lot of teams don't want them.
He said everybody want Tank Dale.
A lot of teams don't want them, right? Jacksonville got a whole bunch of talent on offense and defense. I still couldn't put it together. I give D'Amico Ryans, CJ Stroud, who had a great game too as well, the game ball.
All right, I got Cole game ball. My first half of the game ball goes to Jordan Love and the Packers. Well, Jordan Love for getting back from 17-0 in about 8 minutes left in the fourth quarter and winning 18-17. And my second half of the game ball goes to the Arizona Cardinals because nobody got them to win no game this year.
Yeah.
And they went out there and beat a team that most people say, oh, they're a top 3 NFC team. And they stick it right to them. Tell them take that. Joshua Dobbs and those guys went out there and played ball. So I got to give the game ball to Gannon and those guys. All right, who's your trash bag?
I got Cole. My first trash bag went in Jacksonville Jaguars. Suck. Now I don't know if WP gonna make it. I don't know if they don't do something to change that ship around quick. And I think if Jacksonville Jaguars get one more embarrassing loss, they're playing the Falcons. Yeah. So I don't know. My next half of trash bag goes to the Cowgirls. You can't be out here tooting your hand and all this, and then when you get kicking them out, back up there on the stand talking about, we know who we were. It's y'all that got us up here on this pedestal. Now get the fuck out of here, that shit. Trash bag. Trash bag.
All right, who's your trash bag, Jizzle?
Justin Fields.
Wow.
What you take my trash bag for?
I give it to Justin Fields.
Can you give Justin Fields trash bag almost every week?
I give it to Justin Fields.
It's a recurring thing.
How can you be such a high draft pick, such a talented player, and so suckish in the NFL, but yet you want to blame it on the coaches? You don't know when to throw the ball, how to throw the ball, or even why to throw the football. All you know to do is run the football. That's it. So all off season, you didn't train to get better as a passer. You didn't train to try to know the offense. You didn't get with your coaches to try to understand the offense or even try to understand the game. Did you try to get better in the off season? Because clearly I don't see it.
I don't know.
I don't even
All
think
right.
he deserves to get a trash bag.
No. Your teeth mine.
Justin Fields.
All right. I know the unanimous trash bag goes to Sean Payton. We know that. That's the unanimous trash bag.
I didn't want to go there.
No, that's a unanimous
He need a
one.
whole garbage truck.
Yeah.
That's
But
not
my
why.
trash bag is going to Zach Wilson. It's time. The Jets, if the Jets got any pride with this team, don't ever put Zach Wilson on a field to play quarterback again.
Salah said that's his
Zach
style.
Wilson
No.
is
That's it.
killing
That's it with
the
Zach
Jets.
Wilson.
That Jets team, even though Aaron Rodgers
Yeah.
in there, you need just a competent wide receiver, a competent quarterback
Yep.
to play. That you just got to put up some type of points, and the defense gonna keep you at bay.
17 to 20 points. That's it.
Zach Wilson can't. He get 10 points against the Patriots. Not to say they're not around the Patriots. Patriots are a good team, but Zach Wilson can't. It's time that the Jets realize. I'll tell you one thing: if Salah's the one making that decision, he gonna have to get fired. If I couldn't be the GM or owner, I'd fire in the ass. And then I'm going there and sign Trevor Simeon. That's the best that you could have do. The Jets, I understand they didn't want to commit nobody long term because Aaron Rodgers say he gonna play next year. But if I was the Jets, I was calling for Kirk Cousins right now. I guarantee it. I was calling for Kirk Cousins to play for this. I think this Kirk Cousins last year on the Vikings. I calling for Kirk Cousins. I even calling for the red rifle. And the Panthers don't want to trade the rifle, but I'll give them a second round pick or something to get a rifle.
You gotta have other quarterbacks out there.
They ain't got no Vince. No, they ain't gonna pick Vince Cam. They ain't gonna pick Cam. They ain't gonna pick them. But it can be Zach Wilson on that field again. Sorry to say. Because the New York can kick up if they ever Zach Wilson again. All right, so that's our edition of Trash Bags and Game Balls. That leads us now to game picks. What's our game picks? What was the results of the
But
game
it should be
picks?
leading.
I don't know.
Well, you could bet that.
This KG win all three at the end.
You could bet that.
This KG zoom pass, but she didn't get 4 straight reds.
Zoom.
Think of it.
Dallas, LVTB, and Rams.
Set of fucking stupid fucking team.
I thought Burrow wasn't playing.
Buy them call it active there the last second there.
Yeah, I thought Burrow wasn't playing. But all right, KG, congrats to KG winning week 3 of the weekly picks. And then now it's onward to week 4. We're officially done with week 3. Week 4 has the Thursday night game. What's the Thursday night game?
Detroit versus Green Bay.
Ooh, that's a tricky one too. I'm going with Detroit. Send it to me to get Detroit.
Again with Detroit as well.
I mean, BT.
I hope nobody pick this Green Bay.
I picking Green Bay.
Wow.
I'm picking Green Bay. This is a thing that back in Lambeau, what he name is a beast out there in Lambeau, second up the place, and Love gonna have backy weapons. So pressure on Detroit.
Well, let's see. Let's see what happens. All right, so good show again. I think that's it for us. We're wrapping up now. Like I said, don't forget to check us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and our official page on YouTube. Please like and subscribe to our page so you can get all the latest up-to-date news and notes about the Panthers, Eagles, and 49ers. But our next show will be on Saturday, which we'll do our final word on our upcoming games. All of us are on Sunday, so we'll do our final word and game picks on Saturday. Outside of that, that's it from me. I don't know if you guys got anything else before we leave.
No, I'm good. I'm in.
Nope.
All right, so outside, like I said, Saturday, next show, 8 o'clock, 8 p.m. Eastern, as usual. And we'll see you guys then on Saturday. So, with that being said, we're out.
Peace out.